Oh shit. Can you remove the two natural explorer thingies from me and the combat tracker?
Hey,
Thank you. I hope I coded everything correctly. Dragged and dropped it all from Rob to Reese. Oh wait, you're in there. What's a DIA, Chad?
what?
Uh, Engorgio or Chad. Wait, you're not Chad, are you? Or am I mixing you both up again?
What?
Yeah,
Chat?
what? Who is Chad? I thought that was
Oh,
Engorgio.
that's Engorgio.
Yeah, that's Ren.
Okay.
And you're very quiet, very hard to hear you.
What, me?
Yeah, I had to turn him up. Yeah, you're a little quiet, Arawak.
Hold on, let me check. What about now?
There we go.
Better?
Yes.
For some reason, this microphone is linked in with the sound. I don't know why.
It's weird. You're certainly louder, but it almost sounds like you have like lower quality. But whatever.
Yeah, it sounds more distorted now, but I can at least hear him.
Yeah.
What about now?
Now you're quiet again, but better quality. Weird.
I don't know. I'd take hearing you easier over the quality. The quality wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like it was definitely like you could definitely
Now? Better?
louder, but yeah, that's better.
Yeah, there, good. You're good.
Okay, let's get the party started. Wait, 2 minutes.
We are missing. I guess he's talking in chat, but he's not in the voice chat yet.
Dim Jaffo, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we have 6 people now.
5. Well, 6 including me.
Oh, I thought you were meaning somebody wasn't in the game yet.
No. Dim is there. He is.
Oh, I forgot I didn't join the Discord channel.
Yeah.
So Rendrick is gonna use shield? I mean, steed, sorry.
I guess he's gonna ride it, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yay, we are back again. Cool. So, session number 2, Princess of the Apocalypse. Good times. Ready to go, ready to have some fun. Kill some bad guys. Get it in. I'm playing Ren. Yeah, I am playing Ren. I am a nice little wizard. A wizard buddy. Now I'm trying to find my stupid cell phone. That disappeared. I cannot find it.
Lol. Stupid Discord settings. They were all messed up again.
They shouldn't have been. They usually save.
Alright, if something wrong. Can you guys still hear me properly at the moment?
You went quiet again.
Yeah, in the middle of your sentence, you went quiet.
Yeah, that was weird.
There we go. Okay, I'm officially ready to go.
All right. Well, who knows? Okay, he's back.
I've been here.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get this party started.
Okay, what about now?
There you go.
Yeah, he totally called me out. Butthole.
Okay, so last time you guys had moved into the Desserin Valley and you were on the trail of a
Well, now I can't even hear any of you. What the hell?
Oh yeah, it's the Desserin troops. No. There we go. Oh man. I am tired. Oh yeah. I remember this because this one trails like up here. That's right. Cool.
Arawak, are you with us?
Uh-oh. No, not Arawak. I like Arawak.
Okay, well, he's gonna have to sort that out.
This is some weird shit.
Whoa.
I gotta reboot Discord. I'll be right back.
Okay.
User error. See, he was trying to say that I was the one late. I'm not the one being late. He's the one being late.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Alright, great.
Yeah, you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes, but you're like super loud now.
Okay. Don't mess with your settings, just leave it as is for now. As I was saying.
Dick.
You guys had moved into the Desert Valley.
Oh yeah, and then we're gonna go up to Bellyard because we were like right here, and then we're gonna go back to Bellyard.
And you were on the trail of hunting down what happened to a delegation of various groups that were traveling within the valley to various spots for various reasons, and then moving it down into Waterdeep.
Never again am I staying up till 3 a.m. before I have
They had met in Red Larch, had moved north to Besselmere, a small town, and then head south towards Summit Hall. Between Belsemere and Summit Hall, they had disappeared. Did I share with you guys the delegation members? I remember I got asked for that, and I did have that ready, but I don't know if I actually shared that.
They're in the notes.
Okay, great. Yep. So, while you were in Belsemere, though, you guys kind of asked around.
Oh, I need more coffee.
That,
I stayed up way too late converting modules.
One of the old adventurers,
Make my own module.
mayor / just general peacekeeper.
It's 2 days more.
Said that he would pay you a small sum if you would travel about a day's way from Belsemere to out in the wilderness and help clear out a monster that was out there.
Excuse me. Monster.
So you guys traveled out, and you eventually find the spot that
I need to fix the names.
you think he was talking about.
We're like right in here. Let's do it. Oh shit. Big map.
Oh, I meant to fucking... Do not look at the map, at the map.
Oh, not looking. It's hidden. Am I supposed to look? Oh, well, it's covered anyways. Come on. I'm fucking like exhausted.
Okay, so you're following up a path through the forested area, and although the map does not it doesn't show it very well, this whole area is covered in trees and overgrowth, bushes. It can make it difficult to see too far off of the path. But what you can see is you seem to have stumbled into some sort of old, crumbling ruins.
Yeah, you guys token loaded. Cool.
Large stonework sticks out of the ground in various places, crumbling away.
Holy shit,
taken
I'm
over
tired.
by nature again. Whatever was here before is very old. This is not all that
Excuse
surprising.
me.
Anybody who knows anything about the Desert Valley knows that spots like this litter the entire valley, whether it be old elven ruins, dwarven ruins, sometimes human ruins.
Where'd Fergan go?
Places like this are all over
Fulgrim,
the
not
place.
Fulgrim. Hmm.
The entire map is kind of grayed out for me. Is that normal?
If you look down to the bottom, you'll have to scroll down. It's
Oh, lol. I see it now. Okay, thanks.
yeah, this is a very poor map. Not gonna lie, very shitty, but it's what they gave me.
It's okay. I can see it. It's fine.
Make your own, Bubba.
So
Oh my lord, it's early.
let's see. You still don't see it, Donato?
I did until you mashed it, and then it disappeared.
I have to scroll all the way down. It did the same for me.
No. The window disappeared.
That's weird.
Oh, there it is. Hold on, I got it.
Okay, great.
Fucking
It for some
user.
reason went on a. It disappeared off my screen until I right clicked, and then yeah, I got.
Okay,
And y'all say that I'm the one holding back.
so you
Bitch.
find a road of broken stone meandering through the hills, stands
I'm
of
not the one holding
trees,
that road
ancient
back.
ruins. The road passes under stone arches as it weaves northward. Ahead of you stands one stone arch, and perched on a rocky escarpment to the left of that arch is an owlbear. It lifts its head. It seems to be lying down, and it lifts its head to look at you and gives you a loud screech,
Screech.
but otherwise doesn't seem to move.
Screech. Is it screeching like? No, I'm not gonna say it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to pet him.
Oh, that's pretty.
Nice artwork.
Yeah, I want to pet him.
Can you put Rendrick's horse on the combat tracker, please?
Just let's see. Where do I get that horse?
And the NPCs.
He's so cute.
His name is Grady.
Can I pet Grady?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah. Ren will go up and pet Grady. Like, pet his, I guess, leg, because Ren's so short.
Thank you.
Oh, Grady.
Just when I don't have animal friendship, we encounter animal.
Okay, so Ren, are you going to pet the owlbear?
I want to, but no, I'm not going to go up to him.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Is it a... No, it's not a small beast. Okay, no.
Nah, it's a large beast.
Yeah.
It's still just laying down.
Just laying down. It is looking at you, but it has not moved towards you. It screeched at you, but so far it doesn't seem too interested. It's just curious about you.
What's this weird owlbear doing here?
I guess we move.
You do what?
I guess we move forward.
Okay, so you move forward as a party. Go ahead and move you guys up. And you walk past it, each of you keeping an eye on each other. But as you just keep a wide berth from it, the owlbear just kind of follows you with its eyes and then lays its head back down, still watching you, but not really moving.
Yay.
About where is it?
It would be, let's see. It wants me to move into another smaller battle map, which is just a shittier cutout of this map. Let me get one out for you.
That's alright. You don't have to do that. But you're the DM, not me. I'm just kind of talking.
So it's about there, really.
I am fucking tired.
Oh wait, hold on, it's hidden. There you go.
He's so cute. Look at his little squishy face.
You have a nice pony, Rendrick.
Oh, you saw that all. I'll do like a little finger wave.
So as you walk past this, along the path, there is a small stream flowing along a ravine next to the path, which is kind of what led you guys up this path. As you turn away from the stream, you go through another arc into a plaza. Standing before you is a much larger stone edifice
Ooh.
with another arc that looked like it might have once had a door or something, a stone door hanging off of it, which has since crumbled away, that leads down underground.
Oh, frack, coffee. I love coffee. So yeah, I bought something the other day from the store.
This seems pretty elaborate.
I don't know
for them to
where
just
the
call
hell it
ruins.
went.
Did they say anything about what it used to be?
I bought it from the damn grocery store. I have
Well,
no idea where the hell it
anybody who wants to give me an intelligence check
went.
or a history check.
History it is.
Rin, looking at these ruins, you are almost certain that these are old dwarven ruins.
Oh,
You've seen a few worn, even though you don't read dwarf.
I
You've
do.
seen a few worn runes kind of inscribed in a few walls here and there. Not enough to really read anything, but
I do
What's
read.
that?
I do read Dwarvish.
you do read dwarvish. Sorry. Then yeah, you definitely you and Fulgrin have kind of recognized this so far to be old dwarven ruins, but to what it is, what it was, you're not sure.
I'll tell the rest of the party, and I'll pet Grady again. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's too damn early.
Just as, like I said before, as general background of the Desert Valley, it's a place that has been settled, resettled, and then resettled on top of that by various civilizations throughout history, going back thousands of years.
So like the Egyptians, basically. That's cool. Oops, I don't need that open. I don't know why I have Gimp open.
So as you approach the larger edifice that the path kind of
Oh,
leads
it's
into,
so early.
you hear a loud shout coming from the north. Fulgrin, you kind of recognize it as being in dwarf, and a loud string of curses,
Mm-mm.
and then something getting like large being knocked over, and like a.
Here we go.
I'm gonna yell, "Who goes there?" And
And you hear back, "By the gods' beards, come help me!"
follow the sound as best I can.
All right, so I'm gonna move you. It's up, kind of towards that direction.
Doesn't sound bad.
So you go around and push through some of the
Oh
foliage,
my God,
bushes,
it's so
and
early.
trees, coming across the stream again. And on the other side of the
It's a nice game, nice wake up game for descent into Avernus later. Oh, gosh. Cool.
you see two things.
Oh God, what is that?
You see
Fucking
a
troll.
dwarf in plain looking adventuring
What is that though? That's pretty.
on the ground with a troll standing not too far away from.
Do I not have
The
that?
troll looks
Yeah.
very intent on bringing his giant club down on that dwarf that's prone on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Everybody roll me some initiative.
Yeah, I rolled better than a freaking 5 for once. Bloody hell. Boom, 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 boom. Do boom.
All right, John.
All right.
Fireball.
Hold on. Let
Or
me
Toll
just-
the Dead.
Okay. I'd like to shoot 3 arrows at that troll, please.
Dex check.
I am
Oh,
in
great.
range. It's 40 yards away, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Yeah, 40.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of room, dude. Yay. You can do it. Oh shit, he ain't gonna make it past round 1. Fucking Rangers.
Okay.
All right. So acting quickly and running up, you pull out 3 bolts and just one after the other, rapid fire, and they all go landing into this troll's chest.
Take that, you filthy beast.
I'm going to point at him. You'll hear a bell, like boom, and is by him and Till the Dead. Ha ha ha. But Dread and
All right. Gargosh uses half of his movement to get back, and he starts running towards you guys.
Really quick, team, can you?
Say advantage on athletics.
Definitely advantage with those boots.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay. Here, let's let Fulgen take his.
So I want to jump it, move a little, and throw a hand axe to kind of draw it towards.
Can you roll load Raptui's manuals or modules when you get a chance?
So, like I was saying before you disconnected, I don't
Okay.
have Rob 2E.
So, I do. You can, if you load them, it's in the spell effects and all that class shit. And you just gotta click on play.
Okay, there you go.
I clicked advantage, but it didn't roll twice, so I just rolled twice.
That's fine. Yeah, you definitely you take a running jump and you leap over that thing, no problem, onto the other side.
Nice jump, dwarf.
For one with stubby lip. Hand axe using that mast.
Extra D8.
Technically, I think you can attack again, can't you?
I do have 2 attacks now. That counts for hand axes as well.
Yeah, range is 2 ammo.
Oh my god. Why is my internet shit today?
All right, so the other one goes wide and kind of goes into the bushes behind it.
Kind of shitty.
Uncoordinated attacks. All right, John, back to you.
Okay, so seeing as the dwarf friend of mine is in trouble, I am going to point 3 arrows at the head of the troll and let loose. I mean, 2 arrows, sorry.
Right.
Ooh, excuse me. Maybe we're back. Yay.
All right, one arrow hits it in the neck, and the other one dives right into its eye, and it kind of backs up and flails around for a little bit before it begins to fall to its knees and starts falling towards you, Fulgrin.
Right away, dwarf.
Make a dexterity check for me. All right. So as the thing's just about to fall on you, you dodge right to the side, and its body collapses.
Sweet. I am back. I think it sounds better
and it
now.
Stops moving.
I don't know if anyone is having issues hearing me. I had issues with the internet because it is snowing and it is windy as all balls and it's not cool. But should be good now. I hope.
Do I see any wood nearby?
Wood? Yeah, there's trees and stuff all around.
Ow. Yes,
I was just looking for some tinder to put on top of him so we can light him and really light him up.
You want to go to Tinder?
Yeah, if you want to spend some time, you could like gather up some shrubbery, bushes, dry leaves, things like that.
Oh, you know what? I can cut off my Wi-Fi, which I did on my cell phone. Cool.
I would like to recover my arrows from him.
So the majority of your arrows got crushed as you were shooting him in the face, and he just fell forward on top of all of them. Let me see. You're not able to get any of your arrows back. Anything you can get back are ruined.
Damn, my arrows are all crooked now.
Can I retrieve my hand axe?
Yes, your hand axe is made out of a little bit sturdier stuff. Give me a perception check if you can find the other one that went wide.
Oh, she deleted it. I was gonna.
You search around in the bushes, but
Yep.
you didn't quite see where it went. You can't find it. You're only
Sad.
able to recover one of your hand axes.
Sad. Oops. I am so tired. Like still waking up
Alright,
because
like I
coffee
said, take
is
the time,
coffee
put
is
some
life.
leaves and sticks with him so that there's other tinder, and let's burn this sucker.
Wait. We need to take a trophy from him. We killed him anyway.
Yes. So Ren would go up and ask Mr. Farshot if he could help take out one of the troll's teeth
Yes, let's do it.
because reasons.
So I try and use my dagger and cut out one of its teeth. Do I need to roll anything for that, bro?
Give me a strength check.
Oh boy.
I'll help him.
Yeah, with advantage. You two are working together.
I turn on advantage. Plus strength.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely able to kind of dig your dagger into there and cut around and just eventually pry and pop one of the, what do they call them, incisors? One of the longer teeth.
Yeah, I think so.
You have a small gnome standing behind you going, gimme.
Wait, I thought the paladin wanted it, and now the
No, the
gnome.
gnome. Rin wanted it. The gnome.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give it to the gnome.
Thank you. And yes.
All right, you squirrel it away in some pocket or something in your robes.
Yeah. Mr. Farshot hasn't seen this before, so I will pull out my little stash of parts, and he will see a glimpse of some of them that I have stashed away in my bag.
So he has various parts from various things, some of which you might be able to recognize, most of which are beginning to decay and
Oh, that stench! Horrible.
Oh no! Here's some perfume, and I'll splash the perfume, a little bit of perfume that I have on him.
so now it smells like lilac, decay, and death.
Can I use a perception or survival check to determine what parts are in there?
Uh,
I mean,
Question is, do you want to?
you can just ask.
Yeah.
You can ask if you want, because
I'm
Ren.
sure his disgusting little mind has it all cataloged, so you guys can talk about it at length later.
Okay.
But yes, the dwarf that you guys just is standing on the other side of the ravine or the stream, just kind of like bowed over, just panting, just trying to get his heart rate down. Oh, that was a close one. Oh, thank you so much. What are you five doing here?
5.
We've come to look around the ruins. And yourself?
Suppose I could say the same thing. I'm a bit of an archaeologist by trade. Looking
Archaeologist.
for these specific ruins, actually. And I found them.
Yay.
Finally did. Thought it'd be a great day. Fortunately, also found the troll. Didn't like me too much.
Yeah, trolls aren't very nice.
Well, judging from his breath,
There you go.
you were the first thing he's had to eat other than poop.
I guess so.
Oh shit! I went to get prestidigitation. Damn it!
I'm used to
Damn it.
outrunning monsters, but
I wanted
that
to get.
thing was a little bit too big.
Damn it! I wanted to get prestidigitation.
Caught me by surprise.
Oops, not that.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You're lucky we came around when we did.
There I wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a spell.
Certainly some divine providence.
Is it a? It is a cantrip. Sweet.
I'm going to
I'm
choose
totally
to take
getting
that
that
as
next.
the gods want me to find this place.
Next level.
How long have you been searching out here?
Out here, a few days so far. I knew it was in this general area, but I didn't know exactly. But I stumbled across it finally.
Oh, no, well, there we go. Oh, man, I'm tired. Fuck.
I'm gonna give him a brief description of the guys in the short blue cloaks, the bluish green, the guys that are flying on the back of the vultures and whatnot, and the guys we haven't really heard as much about, the black cloaks with the gold masks, and ask him if he's seen any of these people in the region.
So he says that he has not heard of the Black Cloak guys. He says that he has had one run-in with the ones in blue. It wasn't a friendly encounter, but he was able to escape with his life. And the ones riding on the back of the griffins, he actually recognizes and says that those are a group of knights that have recently moved into a place called Feather Gale. That's not too far away from Red Larch, and they've kind of moved into that place and have started using that as a kind of staging ground for like hunts and things like that. They seem to be obsessed with flying mounts and all that jazz. He thinks they're kind of weird, but so far hasn't heard anything too bad about them.
Damn, I wanted to change out a cantrip, but can't do that until level 10. Damn.
And your unfriendly encounter, they did a lot of talking about water and whatnot.
Actually, yeah, it happened along the Dresser River.
Ugh. Okay.
They seem to be obsessed with it. We're throwing it around like candy.
The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman. The Candyman can. I like candy. Okay, so
I was kind of exploring. We're in the Somber Hills,
great success.
and kind of walking along the Desrin River there, as just kind of like a guide, looking for more dwarven ruins like this, hoping they'd point me to the way here. Didn't find any of those, but did find those crazy guys. Got out of there and decided not to go back.
I don't blame you.
Why are you looking for dwarven ruins on your own?
Right?
He, when you ask that, he kind of looks a little apprehensive at first. Then he kind of looks at you and says, "Well, you did save my life, so I guess I do owe you that much." So I'm looking for these ruins. I don't know if you realize this, but you guys are standing on the resting place of an old ancient king.
Ew. Who is he?
Old ancient king. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
A dwarven king. Give me 1 second. King Torhild Flames in Fulgrid immediately, without even any checks. You know who that is. He is an ancient king of great legend who basically single-handedly, maybe 1,000 years ago or so, conquered this whole valley
Nice.
for the name of Dwarven before his kingdom was overrun by various monsters, trolls, and other negative forces. And he died valiantly fighting on the stone bridge that you guys crossed not too long ago. Yeah, I was looking for his resting place. and to find his ancient axe. Finding this place and getting that axe, it finally brings some honor back to my family.
Where's he buried?
Your family?
Yeah, I come from a dwarven family who used to be something or another in an ancient in a up north, but recently we've kind of fallen hard times, made some bad decisions. People don't look too favorably on us anymore. But if I can find this and I can bring this back, oh man, what that would do for us.
Where's he buried?
Well, that's what I'm looking for. Ancient dwarven tradition is that you almost always bury them underground. And I was looking around for an entrance to that. Do you mind joining me as I look around? Hopefully, I don't want to run into any more of those trolls or whatever.
Well, we have a pony here. I don't know if the pony likes underground.
Yeah, in my experience, horses are good for getting to holes, but not so good at getting in holes. But I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. I don't care because I like the underground and it's dark and it's nice and cold and yes, I like it. I can help you, but I don't know about everyone else, especially that one. You know, like jab a thumb back at the turtle.
Wait, who did you point your thumb at?
Donato. He's and I'll tell him he's kind of slow. If you catch my drift.
Is that a fact? Well, that's all right. It's good to meet you. It's good to meet all of you.
Likewise.
But I can go if everyone else wants to go. I will go.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Is that a yes from you, Fulgrim?
Yeah, just kind of mulling things over.
Turtle Man. Yeah, John, you shouldn't have done that because those will make you sick. And he's kind of.
Oh shit.
He's kind of deathly, if you get what I mean.
Oh,
Like poisonous frogs, but poisonous turtle.
Yeah, as you kind of rub your hand against them, your hand begins to kind of go nuts.
But it's okay.
What the hell?
But it's okay if, and then I'll whisper to him, like, it's okay if you die, I can just bring you back.
Oh man.
Your
You
hand
could've warned me
continues to
about
go
that.
nuts.
Hmm.
And Gargosh kind of looks over at the larger square that you guys were approaching earlier
Jesus
before the.
Christ, I'm fucking tired.
And he says, "Well, I found an entrance not too far from here, but it was blocked off by a large stone mechanism, some sort of door, but I couldn't open it. Didn't seem to be any kind of keyhole anywhere near there.
No holes.
But This looks promising. I think I'm gonna go down into these and see what's down there. And he starts moving towards over into the.
Let's go, guys.
So as you kind of look at this thing, this structure has long since decayed to the
Gross.
point that you're not even exactly sure what it was before. But you kind of get the feeling that this must have been one hell of an example of architecture and in dwarven mastery of stone and rock.
Nice.
There's bits of stained glass lying on the floor all around, broken out from windows, tumbled stone laying on the ground covered in moss. But as you approach these arches, like I said, they used to have some sort of door or something on them, but it's crumbled and fallen away at this point.
Sad.
And behind it, when you look in, you can see a staircase leading down and then turning to the left.
Ralph.
So it's blocked off below?
No, it's not blocked off. At one point in history, it might have been blocked off, but whatever it was has kind of fallen off its hinges. You can easily walk over the stone door that was there and into the staircase that leads.
Nice.
I thought he said something about finding it,
Ralph.
but it was blocked off to him.
Oh, he says that he thinks he found some sort of other entrance or something like that, but that one has a full stone door or something blocking it off, but that's not here.
Real quick question.
Yeah.
Where that arrow is that anything special?
So this looks to be some sort of like cistern. Water with green algae partially fills a 50-foot wide cistern dug into the earth. The
Nice.
water surface sits 30 feet below the ground, so it's kind of dug into it, almost like a well.
Oh shit. Cool.
And you believe that this was once part of like some sort of aqueduct system.
Mr. Turtle, you can go swimming. Sad.
Yeah, any water, while this used to have water flowing into it freshly, seems to have long since gone away, and any water that's in there has been stagnant for a long.
Go jump in it. Okay.
All right. So I'm assuming you guys are entering the archway and going down.
I am.
I am following the dwarf.
All right. So you guys go down, and it's a very narrow, so you have to go one at a time. Circular stairway leading down into the. It's about one flight down, but it leads you into a room. It's very dark. There's no lights in here. Anyone with dark vision can see a large stone flywheel connected to a series of gears that lead into the walls, presumably with more machinery hidden behind the walls or beneath the floors. Looking around and looking up, you see that on the ceiling is a elemental symbol. This one is looks to be trying to describe the elements of air, as it has 3 lines blowing across in a wavy form.
Um, First question is: any one of you, at the moment, lighting up a torch or not?
Oh yeah,
Rendrick will have to.
yeah. I'll do that.
Unless
I'll,
somebody's going to cast light.
yeah, I'll do that standard mage hand torch thing.
Okay. I will follow you guys, but I will remain in the darkness because of umbral sight.
Yeah, I'm also in the darkness, like, but the mage hand's just 30. I believe it's 30 feet.
The room isn't big enough. Like the room is barely 20 feet across all the way around. So any light source in here is basically going to light it up.
Okay.
Ah, okay, then I have to take that off. Give me a sec.
Does this look like it belongs here or was added?
It definitely looks old. Um, it's honestly a very plain looking room. The walls are made of stone but don't have any like carvings or anything except for what's on the ceiling. The floor is also just stonework. Due to it being deep underground, it is fared a little bit better and in better condition than what's above you, having not been subjected to a lot of the wear and tear that weather causes. But everything here seems like it was built to last.
Yeah, I like
Program,
that.
this dwarven architecture is perfect.
Just seems odd that there would be an air symbol.
I agree.
A what?
The elemental symbol of air underground in a dwarven complex.
I fully agree. Did I lose connection again? Did I lose connection again?
No,
Oh, okay. It just got like super quiet.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say what else they're doing.
I want to search the rest of the room for anything like noticeable dwarven tricks to hide secret.
Okay.
I would like to help him.
All right. Both of you give me perception checks as you search around the room. All right. The two of you kind of search around, and for the most part, like I said, the room is entirely barren and quite boring, except for as you get across from where the stairwell leads into. On the other side from the stairwell is like I said, a flywheel that looks like it needs to be cranked to turn this machinery. On that, you see a small, kind of right next to it, you see a small keyhole that looks like it has the symbol exactly like what's in the ceiling above you, next to it.
What do you see, John?
Oh, Jesus, how do I describe this to you? Apparently, this mechanism and a key, but I'm not sure if the two are related or otherwise the room is pretty empty. Can I use a survival check on the mechanism to see if I can figure out how it functions?
Survival's not really going to help with this.
Insight?
Just straight intelligence for mechanical engineering.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You can tell that by turning this wheel, it will turn some of the other cogs that then lead into behind the wall and turn something back there, but you don't know what.
No, I'll kind of walk up to him like, so maybe I can figure it out. And is it alright if I roll in?
Do I need to lift you up?
It is a little bit off the ground for you, yes.
Yes, pick me up. It's okay.
Okay, I pick him up and I let him see what he wants to see.
All right, give me another intelligence check.
Oh, ew.
Ew.
So you don't get much more than that. You get the feeling that the key hole obviously needs a key. But you don't know much more than that.
And did you say there's a lever or like a wheel or something?
Yeah, it's a flywheel, so like a crank, basically.
I'll look at John like, pull a lever, crank.
It's not a lever, it's a crank,
Or
like you turn it in a wheel.
Crank it.
Okay, I crank it.
All right, so you put your hand on it and you push it forward and it doesn't move at all. And then you pull it back and it just like gives like just a little bit, but then go and does.
Looks like we need a key anyway.
Gargosh, did you ever find a key in your search around outside or anything?
Can't say that I did.
God dang it. Maybe
Sorry,
we
that's,
should have a key.
I think I know what's going on here, though. So, as you may know, if you've taken your Dwarven history lesson, Flametongue conquered basically all of the Somber Hills in the surrounding valley. And in various places, he put Dwarven keeps. And in those keeps, a lot of the writing describes them as having like a connection to the elements there. Fire, earth, water, and wind.
Fire,
The
earth.
places, they seem to embody those elements that you could, magics that were in those elements worked so much better. Even the surroundings were filled with those.
Out of character, this sounds like a lot like Fifth Element, but that's me.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I'm not sure. I've heard of Fifth Element, but I don't know anything about it.
What?
Oh my god.
It's a movie, right?
Oh my god.
Jesus. How old are you?
Almost 30.
Oh my god.
That is inexcusable.
Oh my god.
I know I don't watch a lot of movies.
Hey,
Sorry.
you have to. It's oh my god. That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Anyways, in Fifth Element, they got to the 5 stones, and you have to use one. You have to use each element to activate the thing of the particular stone's element. So this sounds like air for air, fire for fire, etc.
Okay. If we're just gonna go full on out of character, yes, that is basically what this is.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to go out of character, but seeing that movie, it's so hard not to.
Exactly.
Almost assuredly, whoever designed this little side quest designed it based on that.
Do you have? All right, sorry. Once again, do you have a fire stick?
No, but I've got various other things. I do have Amazon.
I don't know if it's on Amazon Prime, but please just watch it.
Anywho's.
Yes.
It follows Luc Besson's best movie, The Professional.
Yes, it does. Anyways, okay, yeah. So I'll do like I'll like I guess try and blow, or even if I need to do a little firebolt or put like a torch down somewhere.
I'm sorry, what?
Like
He's giving it a blowjob.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you wrap your lips around the crankshaft,
No.
and you think that it makes it happy, but otherwise doesn't do too.
Welcome to the wizard world of Harry Potter.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So John, you tried to move that crank, but it is not given.
Damn it.
Can we magically produce any wind?
No, not me.
I actually cannot either. Yeah, I don't know.
No prestidigitation?
Nope, I do not have that.
Druidcraft's supposed to be able to create a puff of wind, isn't it?
Well, if I had Druidcraft.
I'm not sure if the wind force of an arrow count. Or if that's enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can make wind. And aside from breath.
Does anyone have a water skin? Maybe we could use it as a makeshift bellows. Tiny.
I have a water skin.
See if we could rig a way to pump it and let air in the back so that we can continually force air through it.
Let's see. We need to figure out what we would need for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't got anything.
So as you guys are talking amongst yourself, Gargosh is examining this himself. And he kind of turns and looks at you and says, well, I can see where that thread of logic is going, but in my experience with other dwarven ruins, I think you're going to need a key, which I unfortunately have not found.
We already ran over the entire room. We didn't find anything. Not a key, at least.
It doesn't really surprise me all that much.
We might have to search around upstairs out in the open.
Yes, we should go and try and find the key.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys kind of get back into the light of day. Your eyes take a second to adjust.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't got anything.
Like I said, ahead of you was over to your to the west is more crumble that then kind of go off into just the regular forest again. Along to the north behind the cistern is a kind of a rise in elevation of about 10 feet that seems to have more ruins up there. And then Gargosh explains that to your north east of you is where he found the large stone door.
Run to the door.
All right. So as you mentioned that you want to see the door again, he starts leading you over to.
Yay.
Don't forget your pony.
She's following. Oh wait, yeah, I don't have any of that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got anything. I tried.
So the map doesn't really show it, unfortunately. There's a large stone slab. Well, it's more than that. It's actually an ornate, with various runes, uh, four of which you recognize as the elemental. One of them being what you saw before, the other one being for water, earth, and fire. On the side of it, there's a bunch of crumbled stone. It looks like there was another archway here, which has fallen down and just crumbled away on either side of it. But the door itself is very, like, firmly in place.
Does it look like maybe it was one of those one-way traps where they dropped it so that nobody could enter, and really you'd have to engineer?
Give me an investigation check.
All I heard there was it's not a no.
Well, I'm Thomas Magnum there, aren't I?
You're so smart. You think that there's a door there, and it looks like it's heavy.
Can I check the door for traps?
Yeah,
What do you want me to roll?
investigation.
Oh crap. Oh boy.
You're focused on the pony. You haven't even noticed the door.
Okay. Let the big boy come in. Ha!
So, with that, you get the feeling that the door is somehow related to, between the same symbol appearing on the door from what you just saw in the chamber underneath. You think they're somehow connected.
And there's it has an air symbol still.
There is an air symbol on one corner of the door.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. I'm lost here.
Can I check the ruins in the middle of the map for any more doors that are still in?
So yeah, on each side of the,
I'm lost. I don't know what to do.
you can see in here to the south of you is another archway with a similar looking deal. A door that's kind of fallen over, leading into a staircase leading down.
Hey, look over here, another one.
Oh man. I don't know.
Can I check towards myself again on the other side if there's another door?
Yeah. So you
Other side.
walk around the corner here. And sure enough, another another passage leading down into a stairwell.
So if I'm not mistaken, if I out of character, there are 3 exits that are open and 1 that is closed. Correct?
4. You guys were walking towards another one before you got distracted by Gargosh.
Oh, they're all 4 not in rubble then. They're all 4 leading down.
So I'm guessing.
Yeah. So
different elements. Oh, that's cool.
there, the one to the northeast, northwest, and where you're standing in front. And Rendrick, as you move into there, you're looking around, and this might have been some sort. You're not exactly sure what this was for, but it's some sort of hall or room, a large thing, but whatever was in there, the roof has collapsed, the windows have blown out, the walls have fallen over, and you're just stepping over ancient rubble and moss.
Can I check this area to see if I can find a key?
Roll me perception. So you look around here, but unfortunately, despite giving it a very thorough look through, there doesn't seem to be any key to find, just more rubble.
Nothing of interest. Okay.
I really want to say I go up to the door and I blow on the wind symbol, but I don't know how in character I would know to do that.
So Gargosh is, after seeing underneath you and seeing the door, he's kind of like taking out a small notebook and is flipping through it every once in a while and then scribbling something and then flipping through it and reading something and then flipping back and looking at something. And he's kind of like scratching his head and he's going, I don't think we're going to find what we need here, unfortunately. These ancient dwarven king always making it such a fuss. So, if I had to guess, Flametongue had 4 generals that he trusted more than anything else, and he stationed them at each of the 4 posts that he had made around the Somber Hills. I would bet that each one of these, they had the key that each one of these cranks need. That would lead into the crypt. Or we get a crap ton of explosions and blow it up. But honestly, I don't want to do that. Seems disrespectful.
I kind of agree.
The disappointment. He's kind of like rubbing his forehead a little bit there, and he says, well, at least I found the place. Now I just gotta find these other ancient dwarven ruins. Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
Have we looked around everything?
Gargosh says that he's kind of he came from the north while you guys were coming in from the to the north on that rise there is where he kind of started out. There's more dwarven ruins up there. Various walls and paths. He says that he didn't find anything too important, but it might be worth another look. It might not.
I don't know.
That was also where he ran into the troll.
Yeah.
And kind of stumbled down into this area down here.
I ain't got nothing. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
And you thoroughly search those other areas?
Boom, boom, boom.
Thoroughly, no. Not particularly. I gave them a cursory glance over. Most of what's there has long since crumbled away to the point that it's just rubble. To thoroughly search it would take a few days, I would bet. I would be with a team, and honestly, I'm trying to keep this as under the table as possible.
Under the table.
I don't want anybody knowing that I found this place. There are certain elements out there that
Elemelon?
might want to know this for less noble purpose.
Playing with Elemelons? Yeah, I don't know. Like, we're trying to figure out how to get into a dwarf cave, but I don't know. Kind of sounds like
one
the fifth
question.
element stuff.
This side quest that we're doing, how much is this related to the main quest of fighting the delegate?
Probably not at all, but
Not at all.
I don't know. We're just doing it for fun.
Because last session when we finished, I thought we were doing some kind of a bounty session, trying to hunt down some monsters, if I'm not mistaken. But that could.
You kind of asked around in Belsamere, and the town master or law master or what said that he had heard reports of some travelers and stuff being accosted to the north, to the east of the town, and said that if you could bring back proof of some monster slain, he would reward you with some gold.
Ah, okay.
It was less of like an official bounty and more like he would like just a general like go kill some monsters and bring me something back to show that
Some proof.
that you've done some good, and he'll try to find some coin for you.
Okay.
Just have to defer to these guys because I don't know what the hell is like. Yeah, I'll be fair. Like I'm lost of what to do, so I'm just kind of sitting back and listening to everyone.
So we're just looking for some keys.
Gargosh lays it down. He suspects that there are 4 locations across the Somber Hills, which is, basically like right next to where you guys are, but it stretches several miles across the Desert Valley. 4 locations related to the 4 elements that the ancient King Flametongue and his civilization built 4 keeps over. And in those 4 keeps were his 4 most trusted generals that he suspects had keys to his crypt.
Does Gargosh know where they might be?
No.
So
He does.
So essentially, we're gonna go on a fetch quest that we don't know where to go to 4 different places with a miles of wingspan or width. Is that
This is a general gist. This was designed specifically not to be easy to get into. Believe it or not, ancient kings don't really love people going traipsing around in their crypts.
Then, because we're kind of like, from what I understand, like we're kind of on a deadline trying to find all these dead people. I don't really think it'd be beneficial to waste days or even weeks trying to find these crypts when we're gonna try to find, the missing delegation.
I kind of agree.
Did you kill them? You just previously referred to them as dead.
That's true. You have no proof whether they're alive or dead or not. They've just been missing for a month. So Rin, you've got some explaining to do.
No, I didn't say dead. I said missing delegation.
You said we had to go looking for dead people. Did you Ted Bundy them?
No, the dead people meaning like the 4 crypts and whatnot. Well, I've been here with you guys this entire time.
They're not. Gargosh kind of steps in. He says they're probably not crypts so much as they are dwarven fortresses built underground. But each of them are built there as they were closest to the elements.
Are there any hints around here where they might be found?
Not that you can see within line sight.
I'm gonna go down in this one.
Okay. You walk down another set of spiral stairs. In this one, it's a very similar scene to the one you've seen before. A plain, dark with no lights. Crank on the other side. Earth carved into the ceiling above you. Look in the same place. You find another keyhole with the same symbol carved there.
And no key in it.
No key.
Can I find anything that might indicate or give a hint where we can find the fortress?
There's nothing. There's no runes. It's an extremely blank room other than those symbols.
Can I check and see for hidden treasure?
You don't find anything.
Oh.
All right, I go back up to the surface.
Yeah, I follow him.
This kind of seems like an overarching, like, campaign long fetch or mission.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way.
Yeah, I say we continue on about our business, and if we stumble across these, great.
Yeah, it's not like anything's going to be missing since they've been down there for thousands of years.
And I have to agree.
Gargosh kind of walks up to you and says, honestly, I agree with you right now. I'm going to head back into town and try to reach out to some contacts secretly. Do a little bit more research. Is there any way I can contact you guys if I find anything?
Yeah, give me my digits.
I pull out a piece of paper and write some information down and give it to him.
Okay, what's that information?
It just has my name on it.
Great.
Well, you can
here-
take that paper and you can scry, so it's a way to get a hold of somebody in magical time.
Yeah, just hold the paper and say my name 3 times.
Unfortunately, I don't have my beast companion yet. Or, what's it called? Pet.
Okay, well, I know you all look like a bunch of busy adventurers. Man, if only there was some device that you could talk into and other people could hear you. But if I'm going to continue my research, with everything going on around the valley, I don't think I want to do too much more personal exploring. But I'm going to head back to Red Lark, and maybe later, if you find anything, come find me there. I'm going to be doing my research myself.
Of
I'm
course.
so close. Just need a little bit more.
So we're going to continue on to Summit Hall. Isn't that where we were going to go?
I believe, yeah, I think so.
Yep.
So let me see here.
Or do we have to go back to town to show him the tooth?
No,
The
my
tooth
tooth.
of the troll.
My tooth.
All right. So you guys kind of here-ish, over here on the right side of the Somber Hill. you guys had walked around the outside of the Somber Hills, and you're kind of halfway between Summit Hall and Bellier. If you guys want the reward, obviously you'll have to head back to. Otherwise, you can continue south to Summit Halls. That was the delegation's next stop, but somewhere between Belliard and Summit Hall, along this the Desserin Road, they will up and disappeared. You
I
guys,
think- Oh,
And we
sorry.
could get the reward anytime, so.
yep.
I just picture you showing him the tooth, and when he goes to touch it, you go, "You can't handle the tooth."
Yeah, and then shove it back down in my bag.
I thought we'd go to Balliard and then follow the road. They must have disappeared somewhere along that road.
Yeah, you could
Oh,
also
that's
try
right. That's what
cutting
we're gonna
through
do.
the Somber Hills, but that would honestly take you almost, if not longer,
Why is
than
my
just going
chest
back to
like
Belliard and going.
rushing, like pounding really hard? It's weird. My chest is like aching.
Well, let's just continue forward. We'll eventually get back.
Where do you want to go?
We going back to Belliard and going down the trail? Is that what we decided we were going to do? Because they disappeared on the trail.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys
My chest
bid
is like
Gargash a
pounding.
farewell. He kind of he travels south, as that's the fastest way to get back to Red Larch, while you guys head north, following back the trail that you had made. You'd cut through the wilderness before. Takes you a little over a day to get back to Belliard, but you do eventually make it back into not too much incident.
My chest is fucking pounding. Ow.
I'd like to buy another quiver of arrows, please.
Okay, so you're kind of in luck right now, as it seems that today is a market day. There's in a corner of the town, there seems to be like a circle, a large meeting area, I guess you could say, and there's like a kind of a pop-up bazaar there as people stand at their stalls and just kind of shout, try to attract travelers, try to attract each other, and just swap goods. You can most certainly find some arrows here.
Okay, we're in business.
I'd like to replace my missing hand axe.
You can do that at the same place. You guys kind of walk around. Eventually, you find a blacksmith selling his wares, and he's got various weapons, mostly there just for protection. You're able to find arrows. You're able to find a hand axe. This one, unlike your last one, which was made out of stone, this one's made out of steel. But you guys kind of haggle them down and get a decent price for it. So go ahead and mark off the gold it is to buy those two weapons and add them to your inventory.
I actually
ammo,
want
I
to buy
guess.
a lot of quivers.
Okay. I guess if you can carry them all, you can buy as much as you want.
I just want to buy like 2 or 3 quivers.
Okay.
You're buying the quivers, or are you just buying the arrows that go in quivers?
The like 2 or 3 full quivers of arrows, so basically 60.
He's basically buying like bundles of 20 arrows.
Oh yeah, no, just how he was saying it, I was like, wait, he's actually buying like full quivers, like the actual quiver?
I don't know. It's up to you. Like, obviously, a quiver can only hold so much. Where are you going to store the rest of the arrows?
At the moment, I have 2 quivers because I have like 28 arrows left.
So each quiver can hold about 20 arrows.
Yeah, so if I restock one of my quivers, so then I have like 40 arrows left. So let's just say I buy like around 20 of them.
So you're getting 60 arrows.
Yeah, I just want to restock all the way up to 60 arrows. To get there, I need one more quiver filled with 20 arrows, and then refill the one that only has 8 left. So that's another 12. So I need in total 32 arrows.
Damn.
Okay,
How much gold do you want me to mark off for that?
let me look up how much.
Oh wait, I also want to buy studded leather, but I don't know if that dude has.
So he doesn't have it, but he points you over to a leather worker that he says might have.
Don't forget we got Dragon Guard if you can use it. If you want to use it.
That's true.
What the hell's Dragon Guard?
Um,
Oh yeah, he was in there for
Breastplate.
that.
he wasn't there for it. That's right.
It's a breastplate that will give you advantage against dragon breath. Has a base 14 AC, but it only gives you a max +2 from your dex.
So if you wear that, you'd be at 16 AC, basically.
Nah, I'm going for the studded.
Okay. Arawak, if you're going to buy a quiver of 20 arrows, that's 1 gold. And then for every arrow after that is 5 copper.
Then I'd like to ask them if they have like a thick sewing needle, and like some like thick string, like really thick string, or even like that, you know, like when you're making leather armor, like holding it together, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, the leather worker does have some of that, but he's not really like, it's not really what's for sale from him. He just has some of it just because he's a leather worker. It's like some tools of his trade.
I'll ask him if he knows where I can get any.
So you're looking for just like a long, thick string and some, and what was it again?
Like a thick like needle.
A thick needle and a long, thick string of
Like-
what particular material?
Like, so how I picture it is if like the like leather jerkins, whatever, like they're like nice and stitched, like that kind of stuff. Like it's I'll message you.
Okay.
Something like your flesh.
Sorry, what? About flesh?
A needle that can puncture flesh.
Ah, that, yeah. I forgot who I was talking to for a second.
The players don't know this though.
No. Well, I don't know. Depends on how sneaky you're being about asking this.
I was just asking in general. That's all.
Alright, so it's up. If you're not being sneaky about it, whoever hears it can make their own conclusions about why you're doing that.
And I'm just asking all nonchalantly, like innocent, like.
But okay, so you go around. The leather worker says that he could probably spare both of those things for about a gold. It'll take him a minute to restock it, so he's charging you a bit of a premium. But if you want it, he'll give you his.
I will give him gold.
All right, so mark off 1 gold for those 2 things.
Sorry, can I mark off 45 gold for the studded leather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you making an Ed Gein suit?
No comment.
All right, so you guys shop around a little bit more, look through the wares. Anything else anyone's particularly interested in?
from our previous adventures, and I don't have like value written down. I have a carnelian, a jeweled box, and a pearl.
Okay, do you want to try to sell those?
Yeah, I would sell them and distribute the money because we all work together.
Okay, go ahead and put those back in the party sheet. And then I will.
Oh, I will. No, I won't. Never mind. Ignore me.
There's also one potion of healing that's in the party sheet that you guys must have gotten at some point. Do you guys want to take that out? Who wants that?
I'd say one of either Rentrick or Fulcrin.
I have one.
All right, I'm giving it to Rendrick.
I have
Are you
one.
trying?
Okay.
That's fine. We'll deal with it later. Are you trying to sell those diamonds, Ren?
Yeah, I just threw them in there. I mean, just sell them and distribute it evenly.
Wait a minute. Before you do that, hold on.
Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm gonna rush to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Coffee.
Hey, Turtle, what did you do to my hand?
Rendrick wants to keep those diamonds.
All right,
Nothing.
I'll give them to you then, Rentrick.
Oh, and your hand's totally fine by now. It's just, yeah, after you touch it out for a few minutes.
Oh, the numbness is gone. Oh. I'll never touch you again, Turtle.
Okay.
At least not your shell. Is there anything else I need to know about you?
He just shrugs.
He's very odd.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Hello.
So, Rendrick, you said hold on a second.
Yeah, I want to keep those diamonds.
You do? Okay.
So you've stepped out of the portal, which is the archway.
All right. So you guys are selling 1 carnelian, 1 jeweled box, 1 pearl, and 9 small various gems.
Now Flicker's closed.
That all agreed. Convert this to money and distribute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. So, looking around, making the sell, you're able to sell all of those for about 110, which you distribute out amongst yourselves.
Sweet. Money.
Gold.
I like gold.
Shiny.
Boom, doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom.
Can we exchange our coins?
Yes. So if you want to exchange your Electum, you can find some people to exchange that.
Sweet.
Wait, what? Electo?
I think it's called Electum. It's basically like a
Electrum.
$2 Electrum. Thank you. It's basically like a $2 bill.
Oh, you mean the EP thingy?
Yeah.
Electrum is half gold, so it's like a 50-cent piece.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. It's technically legal currency, but it's a little bit weird.
So
But
Okay.
it'd work.
169. 5 silver. So 104, which gets rid of that.
All right. So you guys get done. Takes you a couple hours of shopping around, looking around, but
4 gold, so 173.
you'd made it into town late morning. It's getting into mid-afternoon at this point.
5.
Might as well have a nice night's sleep at an inn. Could be the last one we get for a few days.
Yeah, 183.
I agree.
Cool.
All right. So you guys make it back to the inn that you had stopped into before, called the Watchful Knight. The owner greets you again. He's glad to see you back in town.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hey, don't usually see travelers back so soon.
We got in, got it in, and left.
Want to try that sentence again?
I said we got there, got it in, and left.
Oh, well. Well, we got rooms and food. Always got that. That's what you're interested in. Otherwise, what
Yeah.
else can I help you with?
We'd like to stay here for a night.
Very good. All right, that will be, say, about 1 gold per person that's staying for food and board.
Okay, and I'll pop it out and throw it at him.
Yep, I'll give it to him.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so each of you kind of hand over gold. And drinks are extra, but he says, "Would you like your dinner now, or would you like it later?"
Yes.
You guys can. All right, so he'll go back and start preparing you some food.
How much is it for water?
Water's free.
Give me a couple of jugs of them.
A couple of jugs is going to be a little bit more than free.
How much?
Say 5 copper.
Deal. Here you
Actually, unless you have your own container, let's make it a silver.
go. Okay.
Are you broke?
Who?
I mean, buying all the water.
No, I'm not really broke. I'm just cheap.
Okay, so you have, let's say, 3 jugs. You have about 3 gallons of water on you. It's kind of heavy.
No, I drink 2 jugs of water now, and I save 1 for later. I drink it all in.
Okay, so over the course, I don't know, are you just like chugging away, or are you just like sipping on them throughout the?
1 I chug away immediately because I was thirsty from the adventure, and well, including with the dinner. And the other two I just sip away throughout the day, I suppose.
Well, Donato, he's sharing a bed with you.
No.
Each of you paid for your own room, so you can each have your own bed.
Oh, cool.
If you want to share a bed, I mean, it's not up to me. It's none of my business.
I'd like to have my own room.
Me too. Hey, do you have any winches here?
Winches? Sir, this is a respectable establishment.
Ah, come on. Even the higher class ones ask for them now.
No, sir. We do not offer services such as that.
Ah, fine. Just give me my room key and I'll go upstairs after this day.
Here, and he hands you over a simple copper key.
Bring out your dad.
So you guys spend the night.
Keep an eye out for anybody paying any extra attention to us.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Ooh, pretty.
Yay.
Yeah, I remembered we could do this. I haven't really been doing it lately.
Oh yeah, you can change so much different stuff in here.
Yeah, I don't fully take advantage of all the things this program can. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming, actually.
I am your man.
Okay.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
It's okay. He doesn't even know that movie either.
Probably not.
No, probably. I know the reference, but I didn't that movie.
Jesus.
Tombstone.
I know.
Lord.
All right, so you guys kind of keep your eyes out. People kind of come and go. There's a dinner rush. A couple more travelers come in and take some more rooms. You kind of keep an eye on them, but they don't seem to be too interested in you. You don't see any. I'm assuming you're keeping an eye out for the black robes, the golden mask, but you don't see any of those wander. And eventually, you guys finish your meals, finish hanging out, kind of go upstairs, get a night in. You get breakfast in the morning. You're all ready to go.
Let's do it. I got hell do I get stuck in my head?
All right, let's head south to
Oh my
Summit
god.
Hall.
What the hell is that name?
Let's go.
Shout out to Double Second.
All right. So you guys take off. So the last
Shout
you
out to
heard,
Devil.
the last time, the really last time anyone has seen the delegation was about
Bam.
10 miles out.
Bam. Bam. So we are right
You'd run
here.
into a farmhand or a cattle hand
We're supposed to be
that
going
had
down to
crossed paths with them as they were walking south towards Summit Hall,
Yeah.
and he was going back up to Bill.
Yeah, going to Summit Hall.
So you guys make it about 10 miles out, and I'm assuming you're looking for clues or anything like that.
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
everybody roll me perceptions. And this was just as you're walking along.
Nope. Oh shit, I rolled an 18. That's cool. Kind of surprised, to be honest with you.
What terrain are we on, by the way?
You're on a pretty flat path. Of every once in a while, it does get uphill or downhill, but it's fairly easy to walk along. You're glad for that because all along it
Oh, I need copy.
are either large hills that would take quite a bit of effort to climb. They're not quite mountain.
Oh, I gotta
But,
prepare. I gotta
There are large hills or large flat plateaus
descent into
that
Awareness game
are
today.
basically just go up at 90 degrees.
And I
And
need
would
to
require specialized tool to climb up.
need to prepare for that.
Alright, thanks.
Do some
But it's pretty arid and dry. Not a lot of water comes through here, so there's not too much plant life. You're at a higher elevation for sure, so it's a little bit colder, and the wind kind of howls through the canyons and
Fancy.
But as you're walking along the path, cutting through the somber hills, you make it.
Fancy dancy. Oh, I
Drink
need
a lot
coffee.
of water.
Yeah, he's gonna piss himself. Maybe he has kidney issues.
You make it towards the end of the day. What does this do? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's put it at that for now. You make it towards the end of the day, and you guys are starting to get a little tired. You know that it's about a 2 days journey between Belliard and Summit Hall, even through the
I feel bad for
even with the path.
one of my
But
players.
as you're
He's doing
starting to kind of wind out, and you're keeping an extra eye out for any place that you could kind of get off onto the side of the road, and maybe set up a quick camp. Let's see, Donato, you're scanning the horizon, and
Yeah, he's running a one shot today and only has 3 players.
between two of the
I would totally run it, but I got my game at
plateaus,
like an hour after
you can
this
see a
one
large
starts.
amount of birds kind of circling in one area. It's a couple of miles off of the path.
Birds circling in one area. Fancy.
And to get off of the path, you kind of go downhill
So
into a valley-like
I
area.
know where we're going. Let's go find them. Because a bird circling usually means death.
Yes, a lot of them, like it almost looks like a cloud of birds all circling around there. Some of them diving down, some of them flying back up.
Can I use my sharp eyes and my knowledge of nature or survival? I'm not sure which one. To try and detect what kind of birds.
Death usually
Roll me a
means death.
survival. Yeah, so for sure, immediately you recognize the flight patterns and just the general size and shape of various carrion birds, vultures, ravens, things that pick at the dead.
All right, we should go there.
It's just a circle of
All right, so you guys head off the path, head down into the valley.
It's a circle of
Make it
life.
about 2 miles off the road into a small dell, where you find hidden in here the remains of about a dozen dead soldiers.
Ew.
Only a dozen?
You count about a dozen of them, yeah. As you turn one over, they're dressed in these black surcoats
Let's go through their
with
bodies.
a red axe symbol hewn into it, an emblem. And most of them look like they've been killed by various battle injuries, either being stabbed, cut, or smashed.
Does that surcoat look familiar?
Give me a
Give me
history check.
history check. Oh wait, that's him. Not
Anybody
me.
who's examining this.
Yeah, I'll be looking because I'm interested. Because me and death. Me and death. Yeah.
All right, Ren, you recognize it as the
Have a
emblem
love-hate
of
relationship.
Marabar, which is a settlement to the north, which, according to the details were given to you about the delegation,
Where the hell is
is where a
Marabar?
lot of the guard that was protecting the delegation came from.
I don't know where the hell Marabar is. I'll pass on that info.
I will stare confused, and as soon as he passes on the info, I'll be like, I came to the same conclusion.
Like, yeah.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
So also around, other than the corpses, some of the corpses actually lie in small craters in the or under jumbles of broken rock. There's also several abandoned but looted wagons nearby that have been either knocked over or had their wheels broken, or set aflame.
Oh, man.
And there's like various traveling trunks
Holy shit, I'm
and
tired.
like clothing spread out all along this. Like this was hit hard and a lot of chaos was caused.
Well, let's start looking around. Like checking the corpses for, stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to help him with that. Check and see if there's anything of value left.
So, anybody who's searching around, give me perception.
So it's kind of like a celebrity dying situation
Nope.
where other people are around. And I don't want to sound that way, but are there any of the people on our list?
Not that you think. Everybody who's lying out here is in these black surcoats, and they are just regular humans. You don't suspect that you think that these are the guards that were described to you. Fulgrin, looking through those and just your general sight, not too far away on a small hill, you see two rock cairns, one larger than the other one, kind of sitting off to the side, again, on a hill not too far. Like they look like they were clearly placed there for a specific reason.
And recently.
You're a little too far away to see how long they've been there, but they're definitely stand out as you don't see anything like that around.
Okay, I want to approach them.
Wait,
Okay.
I specifically tossed my perception just to check the bodies and the cards and the trunks and everything to see if there was something lootable, not the surrounding.
There's most of what was in there has been looted. There's some random clothing. Again, the black surcoats. The soldiers do have on their corpses some armor, chainmail, things like that. Some of it's been ruined by. Some of it you might be able to piece together if you want to take it off the corpses. But any kind of valuables or anything is not here.
Is there any plate mail or plate armor that any one of them is?
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. I had to get some coffee.
No, they are.
Now
they
we're
all
back.
seem to be wearing a version of chainmail, basically.
Version of chainmail. Ew.
Never mind, I don't need any of that then. Not sure if anyone else wants it.
Mm-hmm. No, I do not.
Okay, so Fulgrin, you start approaching the camp, and get through this real quick.
Nope.
Okay, so in front of each cairn, again, the larger one has in front of it a hole dug into it that's not been covered up, but inside that hole is the body of what looks like your worst nightmare. 5 dead bugbears. Well, nightmare or your fantasy, whatever you want. But there's what looks like 5 dead bugbear corpses piled inside this hole.
Not nice.
Each of them dressed in black leather armor with a triangular symbol stitched into the chest of it.
Fucking bugbears, man. The bane
giving
of
a glance into the smaller cairn.
The
cairn
bane of
is
our
like
party.
A stack of rocks placed ornately in order to symbolize something, usually a grave, as you're figuring out now. There is one. This hole is smaller and a little more shallow, but there is the body of a what looks to be a human woman in black robe with a golden mask laying next to her.
Does she have that symbol as well?
Man, I'm fucking tired of that.
She does not have that symbol.
I stayed up till 5 a.m. making making like my own adventure and shit, and I slept for 3.5 hours. I'm fucking tired.
I'll make sure that everybody gets a chance if they want to see these.
I will look.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So, Ren, give me an Arcana check, actually. All right. So, not really part of the cairn, but of the battlefield below it. Looking around, you take a guess that the small craters that some of the bodies are lying in and the ones covered in earth must have been caused by attacks from various earth magics that could shift and weaponize the very ground beneath you.
Guys, there's like magical people who can do stuff to the earth, and I don't think we should stay here.
As you kind of focus on that and just your general wizardry sense, it's faint and it's fleeting at this point, but you get the very like a spider sense. There's a strong infusion of magic in this area. Not really. It's actually, I should say, it's a weak infusion of magic. Given another couple of days or so, it may be gone completely. But here must have been a battle with a lot of strong magic being thrown around.
Were any of our missing described as being magic users?
You would suspect that a couple of them might be. Your contact in the Harpers did describe them as very capable people within the various orders. Order of the Gauntlet, Order of the Harpers, the Emerald Enclave. So they may or may not have been, magic users of some kind or another.
Are the amount of wagons, are there 4 wagons here or more?
Yeah, there are 4 wagons.
Are there any dead horses here as well?
Yep, there are a couple of dead horse corpses.
Can I count them and check to see how many there are?
You find 3.
This has to be a part of the missing delegation. There's no other way around. All the facts add up. 4 wagons that were carrying supplies, gold, and other various items. 4 wagons are here. There were 20 guards, 8 which were mounted, but I only see 3 dead horses. And not enough dead corpses of the guards to completely beat the entire delegation.
I think we should sleep somewhere in this area, and in the morning, when there's more light, maybe you could look for.
Yeah.
Wait, what time is it now? I thought that we were somewhere in the afternoon, maybe.
It is. It's getting into the late afternoon. There's definitely light still out, but you maybe got a few more hours of light, and then it'll become dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should set up camp. Can I try and use my survival to find a safe spot to camp?
Roll me a survival check. So, you are able to find, not too far away, an alcove, but while you were looking around for that, you also know a large amount of tracks heading into the west, into the hills themselves. And I'm talking about like a large amount of tracks.
Were these tracks coming from the alcove, or were they just past?
So the alcove is just a place that you guys could stay that you kind of found along with this, but the tracks seem to come in from the west and then leave also in the same direction. And there's a lot of them, but leaving, there's a few less than there was coming in.
Interesting. I suppose we should get our rest first, and then maybe we can follow the tracks later.
Yes.
If you had to guess, there was a few dozen, what looks like either hobgoblins or bugbears, and then just regular humanoids with boots running into this direction and then running out of it.
Can I determine through the amount of tracks if the humanoids were the ones that were running in and then back out?
Can you determine what now?
You said among the tracks I determined that there are basically three types, or you described three types. Humanoids, basically bugbears and goblins, correct? Or hobgoblins.
Either bugbears or hobgoblins. You can't tell which just by the footing, but there's that and just smaller regular humanoid feet.
Okay.
Usually just boot prints and stuff.
Okay, and the smaller regular humanoids, can I determine whether it is their tracks that are running in and out?
It's both. Both of them are running in, both of them are running out. There are humans and bugbears that ran into this area, and then there are humans and bugbears that ran out of this area in the same, basically coming in from the west and then leaving in the west. And of course, around the battlefield, it's harder to find, as the fighting would have kicked up a lot of dust. But there's various
Yeah, if we're
footprints
gonna
around here.
stop for the night, I'm going
Okay.
to summon Bertha. I completely forgot about her.
I still think we should rest up first, but I'll leave that to the others.
Yeah, if we take a rest, I can get my familiar, have Bertha come join us, because I completely forgot about her.
Yeah, okay. Everyone agreed that we should take a rest now?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. I can take second watch, by the way. I only need 4 hours of sleep with Elven Tran.
I'll take first.
I'll do third. Are we going to take a long rest, I'm guessing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Let's see. Bertha, I believe, is an hour. I will stay up with Rendrick for the first, but I will do my summoning then, because it's an hour, and I believe you only need a few hours for long rest.
I sleep the first. I don't sleep the first 4, but I sleep the second 4 hours.
And I'll take fourth spot.
Okay. So each of you roll me perception checks.
Perception.
All right. Now who's taking? I'm sorry. Give me the order one more time.
Ranger could be first.
I'll do it. I think John was second. I'll do third.
And I am fourth.
Turtle Boy last.
Okay.
I guess I'm first and second, Denato. I only need like 4 hours of sleep.
Okay. So John is a little bit distracted, but you guys do make it through the without any interruption again. And the morning comes. You kind of had to move away from the pitched battlefield, the small battlefield that the fights occurred on, to get away from the smell. that was starting to come out of the rotting corpses. But now you're back. It's the next.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, getting to the alcove, on the way we found those tracks that you were talking about, correct?
No, no. The alcove was something you spotted from the battlefield, and that while searching for that, you also stumbled across coming to and then from the battlefield the tracks leading to the west. So they don't come from the alcove.
Ah, okay. So okay.
And Bertha is back.
Okay, mark off 10 gold for the summoning ritual.
Yes, sir. I'll just take out a platinum piece.
Wait, you have what did you summon? A familiar?
Yeah, summon Bertha. She's a bat.
Ah, okay, cool.
Oh, I guess Farshot would technically not know too much about Rend, would he?
Not too much
No.
yet.
Not yet. He shall learn.
If I ever need to shoot it out the air with an arrow, you tell me, okay?
I'm
This was the symbol, by the way, that you guys found on the
nice.
bugbear.
So I'm playing a wizard, but I'm dabbling in
Just to show that.
necromancy and trying to convince the DM to let me actually play
Is that
the necromancer class.
Related to
That's
some we saw in the Dwarven ruins?
on the DM's
It's
guild.
not.
That'd be pretty fun, I think.
Can I go back to the smaller cairn that was near the battlefield and check and see if we missed anything on the woman's corpse?
Especially since there's a
the
lawful
cairn,
good paladin.
So you can go back up to the cairn.
I think it'd be pretty fun.
Look inside. Again, it's just she's the only one taking up that with a golden mask. So what are you doing with it?
I'd like to search her body and inspect the mask.
Okay, so she's dressed in very plain black hooded robe. Give me an investigation check on that. And then, just give me an investigation check in general.
Oh boy, okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So golden mask looks to be in the shape of like a gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Or at least the gargoyle's face, laying next to her, and black robes. But that's all you can really discern.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pick up the golden mask and take it with me.
Okay.
Can I search her body to check and see if she has anything else on her?
With that investigation, you didn't find any.
Okay. That's just one check for both. Okay. Got it.
Sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get out of that grave and come back.
And did you add the golden mask to the party inventory, or can I just add it to my own?
Just add it to your inventory.
What kind of weight do you want me to put on that? Like 2 LBS?
It is actually surprisingly light, so just like half a pound.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I still need to wait for that jagged longsword that we picked up, or that I picked up earlier. What you want that to?
That probably weighs 3 pounds.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
I don't know. Rindrick, how much does your sword weigh?
Talon weighs 3 and the longsword weighs 3. They both weigh 3.
All right, so I nailed that. Guesstimation. Woo. Let's see. Yeah. So What are you guys gonna do now?
I propose that we go back and follow those tracks that we found leading toward the west.
Oh, they announced the book.
What did you say, Gorgia?
They announced the the new adventure. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Have to check that out right later.
Yes.
Explorer's Guide to Wildemount.
Really?
Yeah.
Wildmount?
Oh, Wildmount. Yeah, I guess that's the other way to pronounce it.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
I guess they're just getting all up in that Critical Role business.
guess so, considering one of the guys are in fucking Avernus.
Who's in Avernus?
Spoilers.
Okay. All right. So if you guys are going to follow the trail, it heads for about 5 miles in direction west. Then it kind of curves around a hill and then keeps heading west. So it takes you. There's basically been no effort put into hiding this, and it's not surprising with this many people. It'd be impossible to cover up these tracks. But so it's fairly easy to follow along where they went as you wrap around one of these plateaus, and then eventually the tracks lead you to the edge, the eastern edge of the Desserin River that cuts right through the Somber Hills. So. Well, kind of along on the western edge.
Interesting.
So do the tracks lead like into the river, or
Yeah, so all of the tracks lead into the river itself. And you kind of search around trying to find any more if they lead anywhere else. But while you're looking around at the edges of the river, there are deep gouges cut into the dirt where you suspect that various boats have been docked and kind of pushed onto shore.
I guess I don't need that no more.
But you don't find any like that. Those are just the gouges left behind them, what they call keel boats for going up and down rivers.
Nice.
is there any way that we can see and determine in which direction they went?
Unfortunately, that's one of the benefits of traveling along any kind of water is that it makes it pretty much impossible to follow the trail.
Damn it.
Sad. I don't know. I'm here for the ride.
But it also means there's only two directions.
There's north and south, basically, yes.
Not bad.
The river flows to the south at a pretty strong current. At least where you guys are now, it wouldn't be impossible to kind of row north, but it would definitely take more effort than flowing.
Gotcha.
And you don't know what's further up the river either. You know, it may not be travelable up there, or it might be. You don't know if it's really travelable south either.
There's only one way to find out.
I guess we have a choice to make now.
Well, they either had to row to get here or they had to row to get home.
Yeah.
I think it would be harder to row home because you'd have more weight from all the stuff that they took.
No, we don't know if they took anything.
They definitely took stuff, but you're not exactly sure what.
Possibly even captive.
Captive.
Possibly even captive.
Captive.
Should we follow the river along south or go back to the trail?
Well, I'm little and don't like getting wet, so I'm for the trail, but that's on other people.
You can climb on the turtle's back. He can swim.
No.
Oh wait, you get poisoned. I get it. You can put a blanket over.
No turtle.
No turtle. Okay.
He was mean to me, and I'm still haven't forgiven him.
Well, you can swim on. You can, if we have to swim, you can climb on my back or not.
Okay.
Can we go along the bank?
You could follow the bank down. It would be a harder travel, though, obviously, than going along a path. This is unkept wild territory.
Unkept wild territory.
Can I use? Can I look around for any more boats that might have been left behind?
You don't find any other boats.
Whatever anyone else wants to do, I'll just follow along. I'm just here to. I aim to please. Say that. Say it like that. Oops.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I will go with the general consensus of the party.
There's no way we could swim it.
No, current probably too strong.
Donato, I mean, does your race give you any advantages on swim?
No, turtles are actually bad at swimming, but we can hold our breath for several hours.
Well, that means that to you at least, the river would be a little danger if you're heavy enough to just sink to the bottom and just walk along it.
Yeah, it'd be easy for
But
him.
to the rest of you, probably wouldn't really be worth swimming. I mean, you don't know how many miles
Excuse me.
downstream or upstream that you'd have to go.
I have a question. Those guys that we met along the stone bridge, what direction were they praying?
They were praying to the south.
Damn it.
What?
Well, south of the stone bridge is either direction for us. If it would have been north, it would have at least given us a clue.
You guys are south of the stone bridge right now.
I know, but until we get to the stone bridge, north for us would still be south.
Yes.
I vote we follow the river, down south along the bank. Or at least we try.
I will go with John Farshot because Rin kind of latched onto him.
Okay.
Because unlike some turtles, the elf is actually nice to Rin.
Well, he also hasn't seen what the other people have seen.
That's true. I joined the party later on, so.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Anyway, are we all in agreement that we should follow this river towards the south along the banks and see if find anything.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And we got Bertha as an eye in the sky.
Okay.
That we did.
Okay, everyone, roll me survival checks. Like I said, you guys are going off the path. You're following along the river. See how well you guys can keep up with that.
Oh my god.
See
That's
how
not
quickly
bad,
you
actually.
move.
18.
I only rolled a 7. What the hell?
So you guys kind of run into a bit of a roadblock where you can't keep going along the bank of the river. You would have to climb back up a little bit out of the bank and back into the hills to keep going around it and then get back into the river. While you do that, though, you kind of lose direction of which way you're going, and it takes you another couple of hours to find the river again. You've been traveling for about 15 miles so far and haven't really spotted much of anything. It's starting to get kind of nothing. Sorry. Starting to get into the late afternoon again. You guys have been trudging along. Do you keep going?
I suppose that would be up to our ranger, huh?
Yeah.
I would like to give the surrounding countryside another good look.
All right, give me another survival check.
Oh shit. I might actually crash. Yep. Damn it. Whatever.
Okay. So thanks to Donato, you guys are able to find your way back to the river and start following it along back. You go another couple of miles, and it's beginning to get into evening. The sun is starting to set, and things are getting to get a bit dark.
Cool.
You're all about to call it a day when, due to the darkness and kind of across the river, you look over and you spot some what looks like large torch up high above the river itself.
Nice.
Somebody's having a tiki party.
That sounds
Sort
like...
of. From what you can tell, give me a perception check, Donato, as you rolled that survival so well.
He's on a roll.
Yeah, he is. With that, what you're seeing is basically the outside of what looks like a large structure of some kind, made of stone, built into like the side of the river. You guys are on the east side of the river. It's on the west side of the river,
East side. Can't help
but
it,
it's
sorry.
basically built into the
East side.
bank of the river.
West side.
Since it is night, I actually propose that we first find a safe spot somewhere to camp, spend the night, and then in the morning figure out if we can cross them.
Yeah, crossing the river at night sounds like a bad idea.
All right. So you guys are able to find a spot, kind of set up camp, take a night's rest. The morning comes, and you can much more clearly see that across the river is a what looks like a large keep, almost castle-like in structure, built of stone. Looks like it's not quite as old as the ruins that you had run into before. Actually, it's significantly newer than that, but even then, it's still relatively old. But looks like it might have been recently kind of like refurnished. There's looks to be some construction going on. Not actually people working on it at this very moment, but scaffolds and stuff, holes being patched, things like that.
We should go check it out.
Agreed.
The ranger's name is Dr. Steve Brule.
The what now?
Never mind, another meme people don't know. What the heck, people?
So you guys can clearly see the keep over there, but you have one relatively large wet obstacle in the way.
Well, let's go find it.
Is anyone... Sorry, go ahead.
Who's the best swimmer?
How deep is it?
Deep enough to require swimming. You're not sure exactly how deep the river is, and the river is about half a mile across at right here.
Can we determine how strong the current is?
It would, especially for that distance, it would take a significant effort to swim across it for sure, and not get blown down by the river.
Are there trees across the river that we can shoot from here?
Trees?
Yes.
There are, but not too close to the fort. Any trees that would have been there has probably been cut down for wood or whatever for construction of the fort itself. But kind of in the surrounding area, there's some trees and stuff lining along the bluffs outside of the bank of the river.
Does anyone have a grappling hook?
He said half a mile.
That'd be one hell of a throw.
It would.
I'm not talking about throwing a grappling hook. I'm talking about shooting it across.
I don't think we have enough rope.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, half a mile is like, yeah, that's.
I don't know what that is in meters. I have to calculate that.
Honestly, I don't even know how much that is in feet. Is that 2,000 feet ish? Is it a mile like 5,000 feet?
830 or something.
Half a mile is 2,640 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at like 612 meters, something like that.
I googled it. 804. It says.
Or that. I was thinking of 2,000.
When I googled half a mile to feet, and it said half mile equals 2,640 feet.
I just tried to do math in my head really quick.
Since a full mile is 5,280 feet.
Right.
Okay, we don't have enough rope. Oh, damn it.
Did we pass any areas where it was skinnier?
up north, yes, you did in a few places. One does stick out into your mind if you can find it again, where it was small enough that you think, and shallow enough that you think you could probably BART it and make it across. But that's several miles up north towards the river.
A few miles out of our way versus drowning.
I vote we find a place where we can cross.
Wow.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head back up north. So far, you haven't seen too much from the keep itself. But you head back up north several miles until you find that one spot. Actually, give me a survival check to see if you can find that spot again.
Mm-hmm.
31.
All right.
I think he found it.
Cinches it. He's able to find that spot and find the place where if you kind of keep your footing, the river becomes shallow enough that it only goes up to your chest, and it's only about maybe a quarter mile across. So Rin, you are probably going to need to stand on somebody's shoulders or something, unless you want to swim.
Come here,
You
John.
can ride with me on the horse.
Oh, yes. I will jump on the horse. Grady.
Okay, so, all right. Everybody give me an athletics check to keep your footing and keep yourself from being swept away. The horse is the one that's going to be making this athletics check.
Ooh, excuse me.
So,
Uh-oh.
you guys make it partial way across.
Damn it, Grady.
John, Fulgrin, and Donato are doing fine. Fulgrin, you have to kind of really stand up and keep your mouth above the water, but you're able to do it. Unfortunately, while riding the horse, it is not as dexterous as normal human feet, and it does hit kind of a hole or something in the riverbed. It trips and kind of falls in, knocking both you and Rin into the water.
Shit.
And the horse is also kind of floating downstream as well.
So, I apologize. I'm sure you probably answered this. How deep is the water?
To a normal human, it's about chest deep, like mid-chest. To you, it is, a swimming pool.
Yeah, I'm 2 feet tall, so I probably go under.
Can I grab him as we fall?
Let me see. Make a dex check. Make a dex saving throw. See if you're quick enough to grab at him. So you're not quite. You try to reach out to him, but you're not able to grab any of his robe or anything as he falls into the water.
Damn it.
You're also falling in the chaos.
Can I try and toss a rope for Ren?
Yeah, give me a dex check as well. See if you can pull it out and get it thrown to him accurately enough and quick enough for him to grab. You're not able to.
Tie the rope to an arrow and shoot him with it.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
Am I able to grab some footing? Or am I floating down the river?
You're in plate mail, aren't you?
Splint mail.
Splint mail. That's probably heavy enough to where the river doesn't just take you. If you at all know how to swim, you're able to orient yourself and get your feet into the water and kind of slow your trek down. But Rin, unfortunately, is light and small. Rin, give me another athletics check.
Mhm.
All right, so gnomes are not particularly great or known for their swimming, but you are able to orient yourself and start swimming back towards your party. But you're not making any progress. You're just not falling any further back.
I want to loop my hand axe with a rope so I have something to give it the weight to throw, and kind of throw it and lead him and try to get it in his.
Okay, so make a hand axe attack against Engorgio.
How let's see. Could I possibly, while this is going on, cast Mage Hand since it's a cantrip, and like to try and catch the X?
He hit him.
So I chuck the hand axe at him.
Yes. So the hand axe comes. It lands. Give me a dex check, Engorgio. Dex saving throw.
Oh shit. Yep.
Okay, so the hand axe actually ends up embedding itself directly into your shoulder. Roll damage for that.
The fuck, dude?
So it hurts like hell, but you're able to just like, you grab it with your other arm, and you're just kind of like blood seeping out, just kind of like holding on to the rope. One of your arms is not really going to be usable, but you are holding on with one arm.
Reel him in like a fish.
Yeah.
The fuck? And then, alright, so I got a plan after we're done. After we get out of the water.
You what?
I have a plan for after we get out of the water.
Okay.
Just tell him I've got a healing potion with your name on it. Sorry.
Okay, so you start pulling the rope back, also kind of digging your feet into the riverbank.
Fuckers.
Rendrick, you're able to go over there and help him, and you kind of hold Ren up on your shoulder as the two of you start trying to make it back across the river again. This time you're able to get through it as you had made it a little over halfway across, and you keep going and eventually make it to the other side on the western side of the river. You're all soaked. The water was relatively cold.
I vote we take a short rest and get a campfire
He
started.
fucking threw an axe at me and landed in my shoulder. So I will take some of that needle and that thread, and I will start trying to sew my shoulder.
You're gonna start trying to sew your shoulder together again?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Can I help him with that?
Are you proficient in medicine?
I'm proficient in wisdom, not per se medicine.
Then no.
I'm proficient in medicine.
Are you gonna help him?
Just trying to heal myself or fix myself up, man.
I mean,
I'm proficient with medicine. I'll help him.
if he accepts it.
Whoever wants to help me, I will accept the help.
Okay, so Rendrick, you are, if I'm remembering your backstory, you're actually like a battlefield medic or surgeon, right?
Yes. I'm
Okay,
helping him.
so you know how to, you go ahead Okay, Donato rolled. Rendrick, you go ahead and roll with advantage.
Well, I gave Ren help, so he can, whenever he rolls, he'll have advantage.
Okay, Ren,
Let me re-roll that.
yeah, re-roll it, basically.
So like the first time I like just kind of stabbed myself in the shoulder. I'm like, ow! And then Rendrick's like, here, come here, little man.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's not how you do it, you idiot. So you still stab yourself again.
Oh my
Believe
god!
it or not, leatherworking tools is not what you generally use to patch up a.
But the thread is thick
Fine,
enough.
I'll do it. Give it to me.
Do you have a healing kit, Rendrick, by chance? I think you probably do.
I do. I sure do.
Yeah, so
Can we use one use of it?
yeah, use one use of it.
I will like watch him while he's doing this and try to take everything in, soak it all in.
Ren, your pathetic attempt also did 1 extra damage to you as well. So
Okay, I'll mark that off. Okay, you got it.
I just did it. You hurt yourself more trying to fix yourself. Okay, so but does the healing kit actually give any health back? I forget how they work, or can they just like?
No, their purpose is to you can exchange one use to automatically stabilize somebody who's without having to make a medicine check. Unless you have a feat, there's a feat that enables you to heal, but Rendering doesn't have that.
Yeah, healer feat, I believe it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Medicine just makes no damn sense in this. Like, you can heal up to full just by sleeping, but a whole medical kit can't, like, give you health back. That doesn't make sense. But over the course of the short rest, Rendrick is able to tend to your wound a little bit. Ren, go ahead if you want. Roll me a hit dice to get back that. All right, so you're able to stitch it back up, and you're feeling good to go.
And I'll like, and I'll just whisper to myself, that was fun.
That was what?
That was fun.
Was that fun? Was it really fun?
I'll just whisper it to myself. I don't know. Maybe Rendrick can hear me if he's sitting next to me.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, so proficient in medicine.
You are?
Yes.
All right, good to know. Well, between all of you, you're able to get him patched back. Fulgrin, because it was tied to a rope, you were able to pull back your hand axe for sure.
Oh yeah, I'll like dislodge it, like rip it out of my shoulder and be like, here you go.
I'm sorry.
It's got gnome blood on it. Well, actually, no, the gnome blood would have washed away with the river. Or wait, are you waiting to dislodge it until after you're in the bank?
Oh, after I'm in the bank.
Okay, so it was attached to you the whole time.
Absolutely.
And so it's got a lot of gnome blood.
There's a hint of... No, never mind.
There's a hint of lavender.
Yeah, there you go.
If it makes you feel any better, I will tell this story about the biggest fish I ever caught, and it'll be you.
Yay.
Honestly, he's not the biggest fish. It's not... Catching him is not that impressive. And yes, you're right. I should remove Gargosh. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you should throw him back.
Yeah, I mean, the small ones you want to throw back. It's
Well, no, I
just
weigh...
the right thing to do.
I weigh like 40 pounds. No, I weigh 30 pounds.
It's not a bad fish. For river fishing, that's pretty good. It was deep sea fishing.
Rendrick.
And you only weigh 30 pounds probably because some of the equipment you're actually carrying.
This is true.
Did somebody call me?
Yeah, I already typed it in chat.
I can summon him anytime, but it takes 10 minutes and a spell slot.
Ah, okay.
How long does he stay?
Right?
Until he gets dismissed or reduced to 0 hit point.
Gotcha. Okay, so
And when I cast the spell again, it summons the exact same one.
Is that kind of like a familiar?
yeah, as far as I can remember, it acts a little bit like a familiar.
Hey.
What are is there a material component to it?
No.
Okay.
Hey.
Thing is that with a familiar, you can change its form by casting it again, but this summons the exact same one.
Nice.
Right.
Hey, Ralph.
But it is intelligent, right?
Yeah, I had the minimum intelligence is 6, so whenever I created the stat block, I made his intelligence 6.
Okay, so that's, if I'm remembering right, that's smart enough to understand language. I don't think it can really speak it or read.
Yeah, it can understand common, but it can't speak, and it can communicate telepathically with it up out to 1 mile. It's also a celestial. I changed its type to celestial.
Okay,
So if it ever does enter into combat, then it's not actually
it's
Hey.
not what?
Hey, Ralph.
it's not a
No.
beast.
Ralph.
Right. Okay, good to know.
I get my 30-pound kitty.
You guys are getting all these
On me.
spells and abilities. I'm having trouble keeping track of all of them.
I'll just wait till level 6.
Ugh, God, I'm gonna have to figure something. Do you have something coded for your goddamned undead arm?
Yes.
Great.
And I can, if you wish, I can just write all the NPCs out, like type them up and all the stats and stuff, and just send you the mod.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I'm a lazy DM.
No, it's good. It's kind of a like I like making adventures and stuff now, so I gotta learn how to figure out how to do it anyways.
Cool. Okay, so you guys are kind of on the bank of the river where you'd set up camp. You built a small campfire to help you kind of get warm and dry out a little bit.
Hey, Ralph. My 30-pound kitty
Clothes
wants
are
some
still
attention.
damp, but
Good
you've dripped
boy.
off.
My good Ralphie.
There's water in your boots a little bit. But it's midday, probably noonish.
Ralph.
Probably earlier than noon, honestly. No, noon.
Hey, Ralph.
So you got a couple of miles to trek back down south the river if you want to get back to that keep you saw earlier.
Can you move? Will you move? No, you don't want to move for me?
I think we need to have Bertha up high on lookout as we make our way that direction.
Oh yeah, she's up there flying around, being a good bat.
And look for any worn paths like they might use to get there.
Okay, roll me a survival check if you're looking for paths or footing or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm doing that as well, so I'm gonna roll it.
Oh, Ralph. Hi, Ralph. I got a 30-pound Maine Coon waiting soon enough. Yeah.
I'm just getting these out of the
Good
way so I
boy.
don't do pathetically in combat.
Good Ralph.
That's 27. It rolled stealth instead of survival, but 27.
Okay, fair enough. Donato, you do actually find a small footpath that you think is leading south.
Hey.
It's very narrow, really only for one person, but it kind of cuts through the foliage a little bit.
Ralph. Ralph.
I point it out.
Ralph.
I start tracking it.
He already knows what's coming.
Okay, so you guys make your way.
Oh.
It kind of leads up outside the bank and through the forest a little bit, but it's leading south. You follow it for a couple more miles, and sure enough, it does lead to the keep. Since you're coming from the north, let's see here. Get this prepped for you guys.
Whenever you create undead, use necromancy spell. This hit points maximum is increased by equal amount to your wizard level. And oh my god. That's fucking hilarious on death row. So that's enemy dead.
You guys are coming from the north, and to the east of you is the keep that you found earlier. You can either along the north of the keep itself. So you guys are traveling south. I'm sorry, you're traveling south, and along the north wall, you don't see any really entrances, but you can see several arrow slits along the. You're not sure exactly where the entrance is, but there doesn't seem to be any doors or gates. It's just several towers made of stone, maybe about 30 or 40 feet up, with a walkway leading between the east and west towers, with the west tower being
Oh,
much
so
larger.
that's technically just.
Have Bertha do a flyby?
Yes, sir.
Did you share a map? Because I didn't.
Yes, let me share you
there it
guys
is.
the map. There we go.
River Guard Keep.
So, like I said, you guys are kind of in the northwest corner ish.
Oh, there we go.
So you're having Bertha kind of fly up.
Yeah, have her do a little flyby.
Okay. Have her roll a stealth
Let's see, stuff.
if you're trying to keep her stealthy. I don't know.
I mean, she's what 100 feet up in the air. I guess like
Yeah.
be kind of like a bird to, unless people are like specifically looking for a bat.
That's a good point.
But I'll roll stealth.
Okay.
It's probably a shit roll. Yeah, it's gonna be a shit roll.
You can roll it with advantage because she is small and flying high in the air. Okay. So your telepathic range is only about 100 feet.
Right.
Okay, so she definitely has to leave your telepathic range. How much is she able to, like, because she can't keep talking back to you. Can you see through her eyes past that?
Let me look. I don't think so with this class. Give me a second.
I'm not 100% sure. I should look, but how smart she is, basically. How much information can she retain outside of your direct control?
So yeah, within 100 feet, I can communicate with it and then see through its eyes and ears. It doesn't say a range. I'm assuming still 100 feet. It would.
Yeah.
It would. Whatever the stats of a bat would be. That's basically what it is.
Okay, so it wouldn't be any more intelligent than a bat.
Not that I'm aware.
Okay. So, unfortunately, to make it much more useful as a scout, you'd have to get pretty much next to one of the walls of the keep in order to stay within mental range of it.
Well, I'll let the rest of the party know, like, that's what's going to have to happen if I want to scout better. And then I'd have to, like, if you ever seen like Game of Thrones, like when they warg, like their eyes, like they're out of their body inside of the other one. So that's essentially how I picture, like if I'm looking through her eyes and ears.
Yeah. So, yeah, when you're looking through her eyes, you lose your vision, and your vision become her vision, but you can still smell, feel, and touch like it's your own body, but you lose hearing and.
Right. So yeah, I'll tell the rest of the party, like, that's what's going to have to happen if we're going to continue scouting farther.
So you guys get closer to the keep.
I would like to use my stealth. Well, actually, yeah, to try and sneak closer to the keep and see if the ghost is clear before the rest moves in.
Okay, so
Probably a good idea.
just to describe it, as the map is very limited to the keep itself and not the surrounding areas, but the surrounding area around the keep, you guys can already see that there are arrow slits all around where the walls are.
Lovely.
And about 200 feet out from the keep itself, there really isn't uh, any kind of shrubbery or anything to hide behind has been cleared away.
So they're prepped for a siege, basically.
Yeah, anybody. That's clearly what this was designed for, is to defend itself. For what reason or why, you're not sure. Like I said, you suspect that the keep is pretty old, but there are signs of it being occupied more recently.
Lovely.
But yeah, 200 feet around, there's really nothing to hide behind. You guys can still kind of duck or crawl, trying to keep out of sight or just keep a low profile. But obviously, anyone looking out one of the arrow slits would pretty easily note, especially all 5 of you.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Can I
I'd like to
use...
move up towards like the edge of those 200 feet and then try and check if I can see anything else from there. A little bit closer, I suppose.
Okay, so give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
No, you can't really see anything so far from where you are. Like I said, the path, it's outside of the map. I'll just kind of reveal it.
Oh, man.
You kind of see down the path you're following leads from the west down past a little bit of the keep and then leads into what looks like a front door of the. You can tell that much.
Okay. And you said there is nothing to hide behind, like no scrubbery or stuff like that.
Not really. There's some tall grass, just kind of overgrown grass and stuff, but it would be very difficult to hide like a whole human in there.
Nice.
Hold on a sec. Oh, actually, that only counts while hiding, lightly obscured by foliage and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Arawak, if it was just you and just you, you might be able to kind of get up to it. But if any of your party wants to follow behind, it's going to be very hard to keep them obscured.
Yeah, that's what I propose. Like just me alone, for just trying to figure out if anything is hiding behind one of those arrow slits. Just me moving up.
Could I have Bertha, like, if he's going... How far are you going? Like, past the 200 feet or whatever?
Well, I'm at the 200 feet right now, and I'm kind of considering using my crawling ability or stealth ability to crawl through any obstacles, basically.
Alright, I'll tell the bat to give... to get up as far, like, like, at the end of my range, like the 100 feet, and see if she can see him, and then tell me, or tell back to me, which I don't think she can see that hard, but, or that far, but still.
Okay, so you guys have traveled a little bit south past the keep, the north side of the keep, and you're about 200 feet away from the keep's west. And your bat flies about 100 feet up and is looking at the keep itself, looking through its eyes. You spot that on the wall itself.
Ooh. Fancy.
Let's just do that. Do that as well. That you do see a human, with a bow and arrow, kind of leaning against the parapet wall here thing. Not paying too much attention, honestly.
Oh my god.
The front gate is made of thick, heavy wood. Heavy and currently closed.
Would fire be able to burn the gate down?
You need a lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
Oh, and I'm fine going longer if everybody else is.
Yeah, I got about 45 minutes until I gotta get shit done.
Yeah, I got another game in like an hour, I guess. Like top of the. But I still need to eat dinner, so I can play like 10 more minutes or something like that.
Wait, dinner? What time is it?
Well, for me, it's 7 p.m.
Yeah, he's in the Netherlands.
Ah, that explains the accent.
Okay, going out on a limb here. What if we pretend like we're supposed to be here? Like that guy recruited us instead of us brutally murdering him and his friends.
What guy are you talking about?
The guy at the bridge.
We don't even know if this is his keep. Or their keep.
River pirates. I wouldn't guess there'd be a lot of action on this river.
Probably not.
Making a lot of assumptions here.
I know, but I don't see a way to break in. Just try to bluff our way in.
Gnome, do you have any fireball spells or something that can set fire to?
I'll look at him and he'll like I'll pick up my little hat and he'll see my eyes just glow red, like for like a flash red for a second. Like, yes.
And assuming they have any captives, by the time we break in, they're dead. That's my concern. If they took anybody with them and loaded them up into the boats, they're keeping them alive for some reason. And if we break in, that reason might be over.
What else would you suggest we do?
Either bluff our way in or look for another entrance.
Can we try going in through the water? I mean, it's right on the river, isn't it?
And there was scaffolding, I believe, Brogork said. Maybe we can use that.
And I'll look at Fulgur and be like, don't get any ideas.
You don't want to reenact the scene from Titanic?
I'd rather not get another axe in my shoulder right now.
Ren, I'll never let you go.
But I must ask you a question first.
Right?
All right. So he said that he's got to leave in about 10 minutes. I'm honestly also getting kind of hungry. It's lunchtime for me. We can explore more of this next week, as you guys now are planning a siege.
Yeah.
Yes, I may or may not be here next week. It depends on what goes on with my wife coming home and all.
Your wife is less important than D&D. Just pointing that out.
No, not when she's been gone almost a year.
Oh, damn.
Navy. He'd love it. Oh, at least Mike